Okay, I've got my audio file here, and I've called it RB Found Sounds Original 1 because I might have recorded 3 or 4 bits. I know this one here is there, but it's tiny. It's only 500k. So say this is one of your pieces. You can do the same with other pieces. I'm going to go down Open Reaper, and I'll drag that into Reaper. So bring it back here now and just drag it up here. And it's snapping. I don't want it to snap because when I'm going to try to edit that, it won't work. So get rid of snap. Bring it in roughly. Have a listen. Okay, that's a hand clap. Where does it stop? Fairly soon. Press S for split. I'm going to drag that over to the left. That'll be my first one. Have a listen here. Not so good, a quieter version. None of those. Okay, pops. But maybe I want a few different claps. I won't throw those out completely. I'm just going to leave them there. And move on to these pops. S. And I'm going to put that down on a new track. Have a listen to the two of these together. 2 different notes, that's nice. Next. Oh yeah. The blather. Okay. Now, and what I want you to do, I'm just going to get the folder back up. See the way I'm chopping up this this audio file here, and it's going to end up none of it left. So what I'm going to do is just drag the audio file up again, and we know that's there because I want to see that from everybody. And if you've got 2 or 3 of them, leave them all up there. I suppose I'll keep that, but I'm not terribly interested. I'm going to keep it in the same line, so I'll know that that's where my yokes are. I'm going to be leaving, instead of holding bay here, these are the ones we're going to be topping and tailing properly. There, all a waste of space. Now, as well as just pressing the backspace or delete key, I can also right click this and go down to remove items. Now, I hear something nice here. It's very quiet. It's too quiet. So I'm going to right click it, go to item properties, normalize. Now in the case of this, it's very quiet. So I might bring up the volume slightly. I can see I'm bringing it up over 3 dB. Press normalize and then apply, and boom, up it goes. I might go again. Will that do it again? Same thing? No, it won't. I have to bring the volume slider up more. The volume is up as far as it'll go, plus 12 dB. It's not doing anymore, but that'll do. So now listen to it. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. And I hear a nice breath. A few pops, which I don't want. So I'm going to take this fella and F2 or right click and item properties, and we'll push the thing up 12 dB and normalize and press apply, and there it is, gone bigger. And even straight away you can put the 2 of them together. You can even crossfade them. Very nice. And this bit of blather. Yeah. And a long bit of blather. Okay, and what's this? That's turning off the machine. Hitting the space bar. I don't need it. So all of these, and I'm going to highlight all of these. I could press one of them, and then I could press one of these command or shift buttons, and that's pressing shift on the Mac. But a handy way, usually with your left finger, but in Reaper, if you do a right click, you get the drag jobby. And now they're all held. I'm going to make everything a bit smaller and drag these down here. And I know that these are blathers, so put all the blathers together. So these are 3 extra blathers. I'm not going to concern myself with them now, but here are my found sounds, say, that I'm going to listen to now. Well, let's say for the purposes of the assignment, those two are too similar. So I'm going to put this one up here and save it in my arsenal. I'll top and tail these as well, but not just now. And again, I might take that one. Well, I'll put these up here. So we'll take all of these up, just keep things nice and neat. We have 2 empty tracks here. There's no point in, you don't need to throw them out. Now let's look at the first one. Well, why wouldn't we do a nice job here now and put that, everything has a little fade. I could drag that fade in, but I don't want to do that. Fade is only to get in nice and cleanly. And then on the way out, how long is this? It's the right size. So the fade is already there, just extend the fade. So now we know it goes down nice and cleanly to nothing. I don't need to put that down at the start. What I'm going to do now is that one's done. I'm going to double click it, and that puts this selector to the size of it. And then I'll go up to render. Very important here in render, not to go, it opens up as entire project. Go for time selection, because that's what we're doing. We're just rendering this bit here, and that's the white bit up the top is the time selection. Directory, Ronan, Browne, Reaper, Media. I don't want to put it there. I'm going to put it somewhere else. Let's put it on the desktop. So I go, in my case, I go to desktop, and I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it RB Found Sounds. Just like that. And this one, what was it called? Okay, we can't remember. It was a hand clap. Okay, hand clap. Now we know we've got more than one hand clap, so I'm going to call it hand clap 1. And it's coming as a WAV. Let's not bother doing it as a WAV, if possible. Yeah. So at the moment, WAV is what it's going to be. So we'll change that down below. The directory is going to be found sounds on the desktop. Its name is handclap1.wav, and it's going to be rendered to that spot. That's grand. Now skip all of this here and go down to output format, and let's go to MP3. Because you can render this out again as a WAV if it's going to earn you a couple of zillion euros in royalties. So it's going to be MP3, and that's all grand. Add items to new tracks in project when finished. There's no point, I think, in doing that. We're just going to keep them in a folder. Save, copy of project to out file, no. Now, here's a nice thing. Rather than rendering one file, I'm going to add to render queue. So that's it. It's sitting in a queue now, and I'm going to go on to the next one. And I'll do this really quickly now, and you can just watch. Okay, we're still on time selection, that's grand. Hand clap 1, what was this called? Okay, cancel. Or can we play, hold on. Oh, we can. It's a pop. Mouth pop, lip pop. What is that? Finger lip pop. One, because we have a few of them. And all of that is grand, and it's being saved as an MP3. Time selection, we've done the time selection, double check everything, idiot check, add new items. We didn't say we were doing that. Add to end render queue. Number 3 is, okay, quick, think of a name for that. While I'm top and tailing here, I'm not going to go in so far there. Maybe I will. That's nice. Double click to select and render. We could use shortcut to get there. I won't bother doing that. And we're now going to call this lips. Lip fart. Lip fart. 1, again, there's lots of them. Everything else is still set as it was. Add to render queue. And this lad, inhale, isn't it? Okay, let's just clean it up, make sure we have a little thing there, that'll do grand. And at the end of it, do that. In fact, there's a bit of a sniffle. I think I might get rid of that. No, undo that. I'm going to change the, instead of getting quieter slowly and then suddenly finishing, I'm going to let it get quieter quicker and come down to a slower stop and make it a bit longer. Perfect. So I've selected it and now go to render, and we're going to give this inhale. I don't think I need to give it the 1. Inhale. I think we call it inhale breath. No, breath. So that we might have a breath exhale. We might have a breath in out. We might have a breath in out, in out, in. And so they'll all come alphabetically under breath. So it's better to put breath before inhale rather than after it. Add to render queue. Now, that's them. They're all done. I'm not going to do these boys here because I'm doing assignment 1 and I'm just doing the things that are different. I don't want 5 different hand claps. So they're all done now. I go back in here to Reaper, show render queue. And there they are, all sitting 0 to 0, 0, 1 to 0, 1, 0, blah, 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 whatever that means. And I'm going to go render all. And here it comes. Done. Close. Remove selected, close, render, yeah, close. And I'm just going to put that down and have a look. Now, where did I say I was doing it? On the desktop. Okay, so RB found sounds, there's 2 of them, which is not very good. So I'm now straight away going to put, I'm going to change the name of this to edits, edited, edited. And I'm going to throw that in here. Now, so this is it in here. Breath inhale. Perfect. Now, what I'd like is I'd like those in that folder. So when you are handing this up, let's say we have that. We have the original audio, which is RB found sounds. And this is extraneous audio, but it's not going to kill me to leave it in there, so I'm going to leave it in there. This is the RB noises. And if we open the thing again, it's all here And what I want to do is I want to save. This is where I'm going to save the whole thing out to somewhere else to make sure that I have all the audio and everything together. Save all projects. Save project as. And I'm going to save it again to the desktop, into it, not into a new folder. Create subdirectory for your project, copy all media, move all media. I'm not going to move all media, I'm going to copy all media. And I'm going to save it as assets 1000 sounds. And it'll be creating a subdirectory for it. And let's say save. It's all very small. So here it is. And what have we got? We have the original. Let's just say now, let's close. Here's the one we were working on. Let's close that. And now let's open this one that we've just saved. And it opens. And it's got the original sound file. There's all the work we did. So now, to hand this up to me, you'd want to be getting the folder of edits, and put that in there in that folder. So you've got the Reaper file, file. You've got the original audio, and this is the thing that tells it what's happening. Once it goes in, it tells Reaper that it's happening, and that shows all the edits, and this is the finished product. And so what I want then to do is, you might have to make a zip out of that. In my case, I just go compress. And there it is. And this is what I want you to hand up. So rather than me just seeing this, a folder with 10 or whatever amount, at the moment it's only 4 of these, I have no idea if you just downloaded them off the internet. Whereas with this boy, I can tell everything that you've done. I can see all of the stages. And I've got the original file sitting here. But it's in the folder as well anyway. So that's it. Save. Yes. Looking forward to seeing all of your attempts at this. And don't worry about getting it right the first time. You know, we'll get there. Stop recording. Bye-bye.